Welcome to what Clemson folks call the original Death Valley. Stop and take in this scene, one of the great environments in the sport, and this place is charged up today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. And we'll see the number 14 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Tigers will kick this away to start us off. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Looking to pass. It's Ford. Lets it go quickly. And it's complete downfield. Tackle at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. Man heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
A gain makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 33-yard line.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver, that is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up the football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
And they'll give it to the back. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And the single back takes the handoff. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. He missed it. Field goal, no good. With that miss, no change in the score.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And they'll start off with a deep shot. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Wow, taking a shot on the very first play. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. And this pass is caught, and they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Are we going to see a repeat? Remember, last time these teams played, it got ugly.
Chris, that's one of those games you just hate to see in a rivalry game when it gets so one-sided. Hoping today to see this defense play much better.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's looking to scramble. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. And the Tigers will bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Georgia offense is back out on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Looks to the left, and it's complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Snags the quick throw. Breaking free at midfield. Oh, and now he fumbles the ball. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
Receiver makes the grab. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
He'll hand it off. Some hard running there through a tackle. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Dropping back. It's Ford. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
This sack is on the quarterback, in my opinion. Anytime you call a screen, you've got to be aware that that pass rush is coming in. Bait them towards you and go over top. This time, he's unaware of how quickly they're going to come in.
Shotgun formation here on third down. Trying to extend the play. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. No problem. Knocks it right through. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And here's the return from inside the 5. Return is brought down. Sets up the next drive. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They look to throw it here on second down. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
This is why this Clemson offense is so tough to defend. You get caught up in the running game, the threat of the quarterback as a potential run threat. You leave yourself one-on-one, and then you can make these throws downfield to dynamic playmakers on the perimeter.
A new set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw it on first down. Hit as he released it. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game that you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills in summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
And here's the handoff. They got him down out near the 40.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
Third down play for this offense. That's a design quarterback keeper. And the play is good enough for a first down. They move the ball to the 44.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Toss play to the outside. Explosive gain across midfield. They'll spot it about the 35.
The old toss play, man, this is a play that used to be so popular in college football when teams ran out of the I formation. Nowadays, you can pretty much run the toss out of almost any formation. But the key is still sealing the edge, whether it's your tight end or your offensive tackle. You've got to seal the edge to be able to allow your back to get to the corner.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And the wideout goes in motion. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. It's his first passing touchdown of the season. Here's the first of hopefully many more for this young man.
They're setting out to try the PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Offense is back out on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. And they'll use the ground game here. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Boy, great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Scanning the field. It's Ford. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. It's second down after that completion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
He makes the tackle at the 47-yard line. Good enough for a first down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson 7, Georgia 3.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run in the previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. Going to try to use his legs here. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short gain.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Great move there. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
To the air. It's Ford. And he'll lost it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dogs.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
PAT puts them up 3. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Georgia 10, Clemson 7.
Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16.
Clemson Tigers will take over. 1st and 10.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Boy, the options dried up quickly for the quarterback here. Very, very fortunate he was somehow able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that previous play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Second down, looking to throw it. Using his legs here. Gets some space around the 30. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, and he fumbles. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover. Offense getting set. It's second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Offense facing 3rd and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough 4th down decision? They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Makes a quick grab. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a 1st down.
Oh, my gosh. The defense does their job. That ball is thrown short of the first down. They've got to rally to the ball and not let him have that kind of effort to pick up a first down.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Contact as he let the ball go. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Back to throw again. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
There's a nice play by this defense. After giving up a huge gain, they're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
And now here comes the point after attempt. Extra point makes the lead 4. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Georgia offense is back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. That'll pick up a 1st down out of the 37.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this 1st down. And boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? They'll run it here. The running back has the ball. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. The Dogs hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. First down. Looking to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket.
pickup of 2. Second down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looking to pass. It's Ford. Makes a quick catch. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray and more recently Jake Fromm and, of course, Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
It's now second down.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's fourth down.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
And they will trot out the field goal team here. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. The Bulldogs will look to convert here on fourth down. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Pass ball is incomplete, but the defense may have jumped.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. The secondary backed up off the ball now. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So a tough third and long on the 10th play of the drive. Back to pass. It's Ford. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
He missed it. And it's still a 4-point margin after the miss.
And it's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Catch made down inside the 20. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Now that's how you execute. I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after that big play, I'm all about taking a shot right to the end zone here.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. He's got some room. Can he get there? That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
The Tigers line up with a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Incomplete, and that shot to the end zone.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
2nd down and goal upcoming. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. He was looking for the end zone.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Third and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's looking for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And he lofts one deep over the middle. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And they bring him down. Great play by the defense, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the play stands. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Dogs will kick this away to get the second half going. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback still with the football. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Well, that's the risk you take as a coach running this style of offense. And really, as a quarterback, you know that there's a chance you're going to get hit like that. And boy, did he get annihilated by this defense. I'm just happy that he got up and ready to play that next play.
They'll run it from the gun. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Pitch play to the back. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He's found some room at the 45. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Well, here's the first play to start this second half, and it's really more the same of what we saw in the first half. Really no need to make drastic changes. What you were doing in that first half gave you the lead. Just keep working on it.
And the Tigers pick up enough yards to move the sticks. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia, using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And, man, they've had some great ones over the years, Chris, as you know, starting with our guy, David Pollock, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, a brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens. Jalen Carter, just an enforcer up front. And I even throw in Geno Atkins, who had a great career in the interior of that Georgia defensive line.
He slings this one deep down the left side. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. Going to set up 3rd down.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Look at this. He'll go deep again. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th. The Tigers will line up to punt it away. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Is back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Dropping back. It's 4. Throw to the running back in the flat. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Quarterback keeps the football. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he's tackled after the catch.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Ford. Tries the right with a quick throw. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. The 1st down pickup tackle at the 45.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. On 1st down, it's play action. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Now it's second down here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Looking to scramble now. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Running with purpose.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. The shotgun handoff here. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on second down. And that one is incomplete in the end zone.
The defense has got to do a better job of communicating. That is a wide open receiver. They catch a break by an errant throw by the quarterback.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Clemson. So the offense flexing here and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
Here's the point after attempt. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they're finally able to bring him down. A big gain to wrap up the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Clemson 24, Georgia 10.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looking downfield. It's Ford. Finds an open target on the left side. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. Dogs come up to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you've got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Getting set. Here's second down. And he drops back in the gun. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
No, kick it away here. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. The Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic that moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? And there's the handoff. They test the middle, but gets stuck. That run goes nowhere.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw to his receiver. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on third down and long, trying to pick up the first down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at fourth down and long with the lead, tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground.
And the Georgia offense will take over first and 10.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking to throw. It's Ford. He's running out of time here. He'll throw it now. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. And the Bulldogs will crank up the tempo.
Hey, it's a nice way to start this drive off, but they've got a long way to go to be able to get this ball in the end zone. Then they got to get the ball back and score again. So positive yards, but doing it quickly is key.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
It's a great play for the offense, but let's give all the credit to the offensive line for that play. The quarterback makes the throw, but he couldn't have done it without the time that they provided.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. Third and short now from the 44. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They stop it at the 49, but that'll be a first down. The Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
He's going to pull it down and run. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so second and 6.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense of being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? Man, he laid the hit stick on him there.
Important second down play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Contact as he threw it. And is intercepted. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Out past the 30. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. They're going to run it here. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
That's a great way to start this drive after taking over in really good field position, working with the lead. Chance here for a knockout punch.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the handoff. They get him down, but that's a solid game.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Clemson now operating in the red zone.
Slide 22. Slide 22. Here we go, set. Ready, go.
Can he get there on the ground? Good enough for first down yardage.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
And at first down, they go right back to him. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. It's a shotgun run call. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Drop him back. Looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Tried to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there. And now it's a fourth down call.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's third down. Do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And the importance of this attempt, if he makes it, it's now a 3-score game. And this one is right through. And they add to their lead.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. First down here for this offense. Dropping back. It's Ford. The pocket breaking down. Looking right. This one caught. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Trying to create outside the pocket now. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Receiver makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Bringing pressure. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They settled for 3 last time. Let's see what they can come up with this drive. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Breaking free at the 35. Refusing to be stopped in this play. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Tigers. This one is getting ugly. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. There's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. He's hit just before the throw. Oh, and he can't quite hang on. Almost the 4th interception he's thrown today. Brings up second down.
Boy, oh boy, Chris, this quarterback is getting way too loose with the football. He's already thrown an interception on the last series. Almost has another one here.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He makes the grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. The Bulldogs will come to the line to crank up the tempo.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Second down after that previous play. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. Gets into space at the 50. Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Defense is coming after him. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Finding space at the 20. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it. Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw. It's Ford. Catch made on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
That is high awareness for that receiver to know where the sticks were and adjust the route accordingly.
The Dogs come to the line with 1st and goal. Play action here on first down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason that they have such a big lead today.
Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Georgia, number 30, with the grab and the
Now the offense will go for a 2-point conversion.
Let's go.
Movement at the second level of the defense now. Here's the option play. The back's got it on the pitch. And they'll get him down that time.
Well, I love the 2-point play to go with the option call, but let's give credit to this defense. Good old-school assignment football. Took every option away, and then they rallied to the ball to keep him short.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They've really protected home turf well here today. What a satisfying victory. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Runs into the teeth of that defense, picks up just a couple yards.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
timeout, Clemson.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. So a good W here. Their season is up and running. The goal was to be 1-0, but also, Kirk, we got a chance to see what this team is capable of when they play their best.
I completely agree with you, Chris. I was definitely impressed with this performance. We'll just have to see how far this team can really go.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.